Welcome to everyone. Today our guest is Drew Bucky Graham again. Now this time, it's kind of a different interview as Drew is coming of a loss to Ali Preston. So, what can you say about the fight and what was, you said that you won first 3 rounds but got caught in round 4 and what gave Ali the edge in championship rounds and what were the greatest challenges of the fight?
Well, yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow. To be honest, I did lose the fight. I'll admit that I wasn't feeling the square, but like I was saying, I believe I won the first 3 rounds convincingly. I used good leg kicks. I was piecing them up with a jab, and then I don't think it's an issue of me tiring out in the fourth round. I just think that Ali found the right spot. I got a hat with a lever shot. I crumbled to the floor, and he got an anaconda choke, which is a pretty advanced jiu-jitsu submission. So my cardio does need to be worked on. My jiu-jitsu needs to be worked on. I'm not a complete fighter yet. I'm not as complete as I thought I was, and got to go back to the workhouse, man. Keep working myself. You know, this is the redemption of Drew Graham. This is what this is all about. This is my comeback story. And as I lost my record, but it's just my amateur record. I can still go undefeated pro. That's the aim. The pro record's what really counts. So I'm actually not too annoyed that I lost because I know I'm going to come back better than if I won the fight. Actually, I'm going to learn a lot more.
Still, you can still have a perfect pro record. I mean, amateur record. Many people had ups and downs, losses, defeats. Actually, this is the first time I'm doing the interview with this cat.
Yeah, man. Everyone needs to go and get some Bulgarian cowboy merch right now.
Yeah. I generally heard that Graham versus Preston. The second clash was slated, so I hope now. I mean, what do you think? Did Preston's gas tank look pretty much good in championship rounds?
Yeah. He's a little cardio freak, man. He's a little tank of a man. It was kind of expected. I've seen some of his fights before. He's got very good cardio. He just kept coming forward. But August 21st, the rematch, Poontang's getting your lights put out in the first round. I can guarantee that. You can put good money on it. August 21st, a man's got to be murdered in the cage. That's no disrespect to Ali. It's just the fact of what's going to happen. I'm coming for blood.
What do you think about the rematch? Are there some areas of your training or areas of your fighting style that you should work on?
Definitely my jiu-jitsu. You know, I'm actually quite good at jiu-jitsu, but that's what failed me in the end. They caught me with a choke, something that I could have easily rolled out of, you know. My trainers weren't too happy with that, you know. Otis in my corner screaming ways to get out of it, where to put my head and stuff, how to get his wrists off me, get wrist control. I just couldn't do it. But honestly, I feel like 9 out of 10 times I beat Ali. I feel like it was just that one time he got the right night. But fair play to him, you know, he was respectful after the fight, which is commendable. It's a lot more than it was after the Dillon fight. He didn't throw a water bottle at me this time. But he's not here right now, so I don't know, man. But they're really saying what the rematch is all about. I'm the one that showed up.
Okay. I mean, sometimes we have obligations, some things happen. I mean, never mind. At the end of the day, we look at the presser, so it's gonna be even more entertaining than the presser #1, I guess. So,
yes, we definitely will. We will run a press conference back before August 21st. But tickets are available for August 21st. Obviously, we'll have our VIP booth back. Got a bunch of MCs there. It's going to be a good time, trust me. We always like to have these fun events with a banging main event. So book yourself tickets for August 21st. Poontang, there's Bucky too. It's going to be good.
What is the background between the nickname of Redemption? You know, the Redemption is actually one of my favorite video games when I was a kid. There was the video game Redemption. It was a first-person shooting game, but I remember well. The guy gets the story is like the guy gets embarrassed and then he wants to reach the goal, you know, and to reach the goal he has to go through some stages, points, and does this have something to do with the video game or is just your way to get back into the winning column?
This is my new way of life, you know. The nickname Bucky will stick, but this Redemption isn't a new nickname for me. Redemption is a new way of life. I've got redemption coursing through my body right now. It's in my veins, it's in my blood. I will come back better, and I'm going to make amends to myself. You know, my past self wouldn't have realised this, but right now, this is the dangerous I've ever been. That loss made me stronger. Redemption is coursing through me right now. Ali's putting time Preston got to find out what redemption feels like August 21st.
So how is your life looking now? How are your training days looking now? And Ostis messaged me. He said that you are running every single day. That you change your training routine. I mean, you didn't make a break after the loss, or you rested for a day, 2 or 3.
Yeah, I got right back in the gym, to be honest with you. I couldn't just sit there. Honestly, the night right after I lost the alley, I was in bed and I couldn't sleep. I just got up and started running through the streets. I couldn't rest. I just had so much adrenaline running through me. I just felt like I needed to go back in there and just do it again. But obviously that's not really how it works. Yeah, I've been doing 5 miles a couple times a day. I'm probably running after this. This is the best I felt, to be honest. Maybe it's a good thing that I lost. Maybe that's what this is all about. But my training's been looking better than ever. Obviously, it's a bit more of a different mindset after I'm not undefeated anymore. I feel like sometimes I could get a bit reckless. Now I'm like, okay, now I'm human. I can lose. So things have changed, definitely.
Do you plan to train BJJ with some stronger BJJ names from Scotland?
Definitely. My jiu-jitsu is something I need to be improved on. People forget how good some of our Scottish guys' jiu-jitsu is here. You know, Paul Craig, best jiu-jitsu light heavyweight, undoubtable. Stevie Ray's got amazing jiu-jitsu. He submitted Paddy Pimblett at a jiu-jitsu tournament. Danny Henry submitted to Keem Dawoodu. People forget how good our jiu-jitsu is. You know, I've got, for a featherweight, I've got some ridiculous leg reach. I've got 40-inch leg reach for a featherweight. That's the same as most welterweights. So my guard is lethal. I've got some deadly submissions from my back. So the foundations are there. I just need to build upon them, get myself my better jiu-jitsu. That's what I need to do.
What can we expect in the rematch against Ali Preston? Are we going to expect a different fighting style, or everything remains the same?
You can expect Ali's jaw coming swinging off his face within 30 seconds of the fight. You can expect a lethal right hand landing right in his coupon, and he's got to get knocked out.
Well, we're gonna see. I mean, pretty much can't wait for the rematch. So, yeah, first presser was outstanding. Second presser, I assume it's gonna be even better. Well, how is your life going to change until the match, as the match closes in?
Things got to be a lot more serious. I watched back my last interview when I was down training in England. I wasn't taking things seriously enough. I said in that interview myself that I wasn't taking things seriously, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but if I did take things more seriously, it would have been a very different fight. This time, things are 100% serious, and the days leading up to it, I'm going to be spun harder and harder and harder. Obviously, not too hard to, I'm trying to avoid injuries or anything. I don't want to pull out the fight. I'm not a pull out merchant unlike some other people. This is different, man. This is a different me. And Ali's going to find out the first shot of land's going to be the knockout one.
That's going to be a great one. That's definitely going to be a great one. Hope to see you in the presser, and let's see now. Let's make even more entertaining next time.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I'm always here to put on a show. Whether it's a 5-round just back and forth war, or if it's a first round knockout, I'm here to please the crowd. I'm here to get the bonuses. Without the bonuses, you don't get some new Hawaiian t-shirts like that. Money doesn't grow on trees. It doesn't make itself.
It's gonna be awesome, I hope one day I'm gonna fight in Hawaii on some UFC card, because they make it pretty much in Hawaii. Side of COVID, when COVID kicked off, they stopped Hawaii UFC cards, but they're gonna get back in the column pretty much soon, I hope.
Definitely. One day, me and Max Holloway going down Hawaii. That's the dream right there. Fighting his home. I'll put him out.
That's gonna be a great, man. That's definitely gonna be a great, man. So, when the next fight, when the press conference is announced, I hope we're gonna enjoy in the great exchange of words between you and Ali Preston.
I'm ready for it. Trust me, I'm ready. Never mind the interview. I'm ready to get back in the cage with them. I'm ready to show why I'm the better mixed martial artist.
Outstanding. Catch y'all next time. Gonna be a great one.
See you later, everyone. Thank you, Cowboy.
No problem.